The hour being 7 o'clock, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda? Hearing none, I'll ask for approval of the agenda as it's written.
So moved.
Moved by Bill, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Barb, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by saying nay. Passed unanimously. Is there any public comment for agenda items? Hearing none, we'll continue. Next item is approval of the minutes and the treasurer's report. Approval of minutes, October 9th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Moved by Rob to approve the minutes, is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ashley. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by saying nay. Passed unanimously. Next item is the treasurer's report.
I see you attached the proposed revenue sharing.
Yes, I did attach that. You might wanna look at that maybe when we get to the budget stuff, but we did go down 2%.
Yep.
So I just wanted you guys to be aware of that as we just got that.
That's
then you can-
$11,000 change from last year.
Yes,
Correct.
but you can see the Michigan class, just in the 1 month, the interest was over $634, so if you guys are curious what that looked like for a month.
That's nice.
And that breaks it down per day, if the interest it was for the whole month. I didn't attach that.
Is there a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Moved by Bill, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Marcy. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by nay. Passed unanimously. Building Department monthly report. That's for information only. Any questions on the report?
Not much going on, right?
Doesn't seem to be too much.
4 permits for the month.
That's true, yeah. Next, first business item is approval of the bills.
Did we end up waiving that bill from Beist Electric? Did they?
I sent him a note saying I wasn't gonna pay it, and with the, email that was
Email.
sent to Bill, and I haven't heard anything back, so.
Okay.
Good.
Motion to approve the bills.
Moved by Rob to approve the bills, there's a second.
Second.
Second by Barb. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by saying nay. Passed unanimously. Next item is the fire authority resolution. This was passed on to us from the fire board, a unanimous decision by the fire board. And we've been working very hard on it. Bill has spent a lot of time on this, and I really appreciate his work. So I think I'll hand it over to Bill, and then probably the fire chief will add to it, maybe Carl.
Okay, first, just a little background. Fire authorities, everybody knows, is essential new government entity created to manage service for multiple communities, such as ours, like the township and the village. Because they exist solely to serve the community, the fire authority is more unified, more aligned with service delivery. However, they also operate with far greater internal responsibilities. The fire authority is a CEO type leadership, which gives the chief broader controls, places more weight on strategic foresight, planning, and team development. The upside is tighter alignment. The challenge is ensuring that nothing is overlooked because everything must be managed from within. Each member agency, which is the village and township, expects their own governance and funding, even if the authority presents a united front to the community. The fire authority creates the opportunity for shared resources, standardizations, and operational efficiencies, but also introduces administrative and fiscal complexity. Now, the structure determines how we're funded, who signs checks, and who builds our HR system, but it doesn't determine the caliber of our service, which goes back to why we have a chief. First thing, it's taken us months to working on this fire authority. The joint agreement to this point, with the help of the chief, the fire board, and the village manager, I think we've been able to create a document that will serve both the township and the village for years to come. I think we've created a path for the future of the fire department with the fire authority. The authority itself, funding addresses the current funding we have today, if the village should become a city, and if the fire authority would be funded totally by millage. The authority will continue to keep the fire board format the same as it is today. All the property and equipment will be titled to the fire authority, the majority of which is today already in the name of the fire department, with the exception of the existing fire station, which took us 2 months to get a title figured out, to find out who actually owned it. Yeah. The authority has the ability to raise money, issue bonds, and ask for millage. Part of that, the joint fire agreement will also be canceled between the village and the township. And voter approval isn't required to create or establish this fire approval. So I think based on all the information and the work we've done together, I think we've got a good document here, and I guess I'm asking everybody to support approving this fire authority. So I'll turn it over to the fire chief, Dan, for his comments.
Thank you. As Bill alluded to here, the fire board, myself, Bill, village manager, we've been working on this for probably close to 3 months now at this point to come up with this document to where we are today. There's been a lot of versions, there's been a lot of changes, it's been back and forth to the attorneys, and some of the language we can't change because that's just how the statute is written as it is. And as Bill alluded to, this does put some more responsibility on us as the fire department, as me to manage some of this, but my board, the current existing statute of the board, is also my oversight to make sure that we're doing everything the way that we need to. I think this kind of even goes back, even some of you probably even remember the McGrath study that was done. And one of the discussions is moving into an authority. It's taking us, I don't know how long, but we're making our way into that aspect. One of the large reasons behind this even is we are still in the process of the station renovation. Obviously, with the government shutdown, we've kind of hit a standstill a little bit with this. But this also allows us as the authority then to be able to go out and borrow money under the authority to secure the funding, the additional funding that's needed. And the calculations that we've done with that under the current millage structure, borrow that money without asking for any increases in millage funds. So, any questions? Thanks.
The funding is going to also change if they become a city, correct?
Yeah, in the document that you have in front of you, it lies exactly this current statute that we are currently working under, which will remain the same. If the village were to become a city, it shows how the funding would change and address that accordingly for them to become a city. And then there is the third option if we were to become 100% millage based driven, which then it would just be a one flat mill collected by the authority, or whatever the millage amount would be would roll into the authority, and that would be across the board for any residents in the area.
It's listed under what's called the formula. You'll see a statement called formula, that's if they become a city.
Thanks.
Any further questions from any board members of Bill and or myself or Dan?
I did have a lot of questions, but Bill came in and talked to Ashley and I and explained all the things that we needed explained, and I had some suggestions for changes and they made the changes that need to be done, and so I'm a lot more on board with it than I was
Yes,
at first.
agreed.
Well, we have a resolution as well here tonight, approving it, so, I think if anybody wants to make a motion to approve the fire resolution to approve the establishment of articles of incorporation for the Sparta Area Fire Authority and matters related to.
I'll make that motion.
Bill's made that motion, and is there a second?
Second.
And a second by Jason. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by saying nay. Passed unanimously.
Did that have to be a roll call vote?
Probably should have been a roll call.
Yeah.
Well, we can still do a roll call.
Yeah.
If you agree with the motion in a second, please say yes. If you don't, please say no. Rob?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Marcy?
Yes,
Myself? Yes. So it passed unanimously. Real glad to hear that. The next item is budget amendments. And I know Marcy has worked on some of them, so let her explain that.
well, with basically the Nash Creek, we're trying to find some extra money and moving things around and maybe fix the budget for the Nash Creek. So the pages that say batch add budget amendments, those are the suggested changes. The ones that are off to the side that say changes, the suggested changes, and I have worked with Bill on this. Make sure he had some suggestions for me that I also incorporated in here, so. I don't know if anybody's got any questions about it. I do have to switch. I called Dan today because I wanna know where to put the grant that I received for the elevator. He said it couldn't go under federal grants because it wasn't a grant, so that's gonna be moved to the miscellaneous line. That's what the hand note was on there,
Okay, come on.
on one. Then I have one to change for the, what was it, for the repairs and maintenance. I have to put,
Add in,
I have to put another elevator bill in there.
that's on page 2, the fourth item up. That's gonna increase to 20, I think, right?
On page 2. The repairs
So
and
11's
maintenance,
gonna go
yeah,
to
it's gonna
20.
go up to 20.
Obviously, anything with brackets on is a reduction.
So we were able to like lower capital outlay by 126,000 because we thought we were getting a whole new elevator and we're not. And then there's some things that we just over budgeted for, so we reduced some of those to try to cushion the blow a little bit.
There's several items that we looked at reducing. I mean, you just saw the building inspector's report of 4 for the month. So we've actually reduced the mechanical, electrical, and plumbings.
Right,
And actually the zoning fees.
we had more in there because we thought it was gonna cost us more to redo our master plan and it doesn't seem to be costing as much as we thought, so we also lowered that. But does anybody have any questions?
There's a reduction on the library building and grounds.
Yeah, we just did that because we
Have no plan to spend any
don't
money.
have any plan to spend any money right now on that, so.
I mean, there's still funds available.
Yes, and they still have the boiler thing that comes out every quarter and lawn maintenance and stuff, so. We didn't make it zero, but
No.
we did lower it a little bit.
That was just more of a capital reduction, would you
Yes.
say? Okay.
Right, expense reduction.
Expenses, yeah.
Mhm.
Or if anybody has any other suggestions on things that we could do.
Now, that Metroact money, we should be getting a little more there because of surf, is that right?
It depends on when they are in business and file.
I got
You may get it this year, you may not.
an email on that, and I sent it to you and Ashley about that increase, it sounded like 9,000 something.
For sir,
Once they're
I
operating.
thought that was charter.
Oh, maybe that was charter, I know it was one of them, but
I don't know that they've got all the lines in yet, have they?
I think you
maybe that
sent
was
us,
charter.
you sent us franchise fees for
Yeah.
one of them, but I don't think it was sir.
Oh, maybe it was charter.
Yeah, we got Comcast and
Kinda
charter.
what you plan on anyway.
Yeah, so it's the same roughly.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know when surf will start.
No, I went through them all with Marcy, and I think they all look pretty good. So I'll make a
Do we
motion,
need to, make a motion or?
I'll make the motion, we make the budget changes.
Move by Bill,
As suggested, as written.
that we make the budget changes as written. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jason. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by saying nay. Passed unanimously. Michigan Fair Elections Institute Award. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed recording equipment.
Yeah.
And that's,
We just have a couple pieces when we change the recording equipment so that it doesn't go through Zoom anymore. We have a little computer that we can save in case one of ours crashes or whatever. But we also have that little screen that's out here. This is, Gary said he found one on eBay with a cracked screen for $250, so we could probably sell it. I don't know if anybody's good at selling stuff on eBay or something to sell that, but.
I'd ask Gary, he would do it. Say, take it off your next bill. We'll give you a good deal if you sell it for us.
So anyway, we have that little screen. I don't even know what it's called. So I have to find out what it's
Some
called.
sort of controller, what it was, wasn't it? With a screen in, cause you could control the whole thing.
Cause you could input,
Yeah.
yeah, and,
I'll have to find out what it's actually called. Maybe it's in his email here. Then I can,
I don't know eBay was before I was born, probably.
Yes.
Just saying.
I've never had any experience on eBay.
I might be able to do it on
I know it's hard
Facebook
to
Marketplace, but I'm not an eBay
We
person.
might start there first, that might be a little easier.
Facebook Marketplace might be easier,
Yeah.
maybe,
When I figure out what it is.
Yeah.
read the directions.
Marcy wants people coming to her house for some used electronics.
Yeah. We'll see,
No.
a mattress or used electronics.
So do we just have to agree to sell it, or what's?
I guess.
I think this is just more information, yeah, sell it if you can.
Okay.
That's consensus of the board.
Consensus of the board, to sell it if we can. You want me to keep the little computer in case one of ours dies?
Yeah.
It's just a, it's
Fine.
just a modem or whatever, the box,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You can tell how high tech I am.
Now, the next item is the Michigan Fair Elections Institute Award, which Marcy has received, and congratulations there, Marcy.
Thank you.
The Michigan Fair Election Institute, they, kind of overseeing the state elections, and, they want them to be fair and transparent and everything. And there's a select group of townships and municipal clerks' offices to receive the Michigan Fair Election Institute Sunlight Award as a vigilant steward. And Sparta is one of among 197 jurisdictions to show no duplicate voter registrations. And the Michigan Fair Election Institute is presenting the award to you in honor of your commitment to preserving election integrity through maintaining clean and accurate voting rolls. So congratulations, Mark.
Yeah, congratulations.
Can't do it without Jody.
Good work, ladies.
Now, the next item is Fair Plains Cemetery fence issue. And at our last board, the board wanted me to talk to John Asher about this and see if I could work out some sort of deal, I guess. And as we do before, I had a quote for the fence, and moving the fence was $3,120. And I suppose that would be probably now close to $4,000. It's been a whole year and everything. And John said he would like to be able to net $4,000. He wanted us to pick up the closing cost. He figured that he wanted enough to pay his capital gains, which would be roughly $800, the transfer tax and the title worth and the purchase agreement. So I didn't think that was too bad. And of course, he's a licensed broker, so I mean, he could draw it up himself, but I don't think that's probably proper for the seller to try to draw it up. So I guess, I think we would have to do that, but I'm sure somebody, Mike Lamb would probably do it pretty easily, I imagine. But,
So we're basically giving him $4,000 for that 18 feet by 300, 400 feet. It's a quarter of an acre, tenth of an acre. Very reasonable.
well, he wants,
$4,000.
He wants the net.
he wants the net $4,000.
He wants 4,000.
So we'd have to pick up
With the township doing the survey, the
Cost.
closing costs, all the transfer fees and taxes,
And how much will the fence be again?
probably close to 4,000.
Now, say a year, December 9th, 2024, the quote I got was $3,120. So
What if we
I'm
got
just-
more quotes?
I'm thinking that it's been a whole year, so I didn't have any problem with him netting 4,000. I thought it was quite reasonable myself. So.
If you don't have to do anything, you're gonna gain a little bit.
Great.
Well, he wants to net 4,000.
It may cost a little more than a new fence, but we still get
Get the property.
18 feet rows and number of plots by X number.
It's a little pricey per acre, Rob.
Is it? That's what I'm trying to figure
We're
out.
looking in square feet here.
And I needed something in front of me. Look at it, I don't have any.
What did we say that was, Bill? 1/20th of an acre? We figured that out last
I
time.
still
did.
think you should just move the fence. Just get a couple more quotes.
I was just gonna say, can't we get a couple more quotes on that fence?
We probably did the last time
I didn't see any, I don't recall seeing anything.
when we built it. I know we had multiple quotes to do it.
It's not like you have to replace the fence, you just gotta remove it.
That's worse.
Yeah, I know.
It's like remodeling. cheaper to build new.
Yeah, it is. They don't like the old fence like that. It's just
And
Regular-
concrete posts and corners.
galvanized fence, is that what it is?
Yep.
They don't like moving that old stuff very
It's
much.
chain link, isn't it?
Yeah. It's only a few years old, but doesn't matter.
Yep, cement,
Okay. I thought it was really old.
I want to know how many quotes we got on it for moving the fence.
300.
And now, you're saying you probably have to put
15 by 300.
I think
54.
you would get maybe extra quotes.
10, yeah.
We're not required to get any quotes for anything unless it's over $20,000. That's our bid policy.
Right.
For something like that,
10 for the-
it just gives us an idea, a reasonably good idea of what it would cost, and I just don't think this is that crazy myself. It's of value to us, I think, definitely is. How many cemetery lots could you get?
You ain't gonna find
Quite a lot.
right?
True.
What do we,
Me, I'm,
18 feet
I have no problem,
wide?
but 300 feet plus long. I got the survey here.
But if you let him worry about his capital gains and not us, and then.
yeah, that's the only part I guess, we'll pay our costs, but I don't know why we have to pay his taxes. So.
Yeah.
He just wants 4,000 period.
I know.
He wants 4,000 net.
Well, if he goes there, I'd seen him.
Smooth fence.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to get,
Principle.
I think you're right on that, not that it's required, but to give a comparison.
Yeah, originally we asked him we were gonna purchase part of his property so we could
Right.
expand the cemetery.
Right.
So now we're gonna
Shrink.
well, right now, if we move the fence, we shrink what we got.
Correct.
So now we're saying for $4,000, we can expand the property, or we can move the fence and get nothing.
Yeah, I just would like to, see us purchase the property.
I would too.
I would do. You wanna put that in a motion, Jason?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we purchase the property for the cemetery.
Move by Jason that we purchase
Second.
property for a cemetery. And a second by Bill. Any further discussion? Do a roll call vote on this, cause it might be kinda close. How about Marcy?
No.
Oh, Jason?
Yes,
Bill?
Yes.
Ashley?
No.
Barb?
No.
Rob?
Yes.
Myself? Yes. So it passed, 4-3.
kinda on the fence on that one.
That's a Dale joke.
I beat him to it.
You did. I'm proud of you, Jason. Christmas,
That's yours.
Christmas decorations for the front porch, Township Hall.
I don't know if any of you have seen Angela's or trainees, but the guy that put those up came here and asked if we would like to have him put fresh garland in a wreath at our town hall. And it was $240 for garland on the railing and a wreath. And
And we're in the Christmas spirit.
we're in the Christmas spirit, so I told him I'd ask.
Did you put that in that budget that we just did?
No, I did
No
not.
amendment?
We had enough to cover it. Celebrate Christmas, we can't bury the dead. I don't get it.
It's totally up to you guys, it doesn't matter to me, but it does look.
You guys
cool. It
usually
does
put
look
up-
nice.
Something on the,
We do some, we've put the tree up and stuff so that there's shop thing to do. Our fall stuff's still up, but, what's up there now is, I'm doing.
When's he gonna have it up by? Just curious.
I think he would do it right away.
Is it up before, let me see, next Friday is
I
the
would
thing?
think so. but
right?
I
We wanted it up
That'd
before
be
this
nice.
weekend, but we were told it needed to be
yeah,
voted on,
Yeah,
cause all the holiday stuff going on this weekend, but.
I think there's another thing next weekend, is there a shop? Is there a shop?
Well, no, it's the parade in downtown, the fireworks is next Friday night.
yep. So this would be a good time to get the job done.
I'll make a motion to approve your wreath decorating.
Good. Moved by Ashley to approve the garland and wreaths for $248. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by,
Barb.
second by Barb. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The Scrooge come out of me, I didn't know what was gonna happen here.
Opposed, signify by saying nay. No Scrooge is here.
That's Miss Mom.
Well, we're to other informational, the other, one thing I wanted to bring up was cleanup days. Has anybody came up with any location for the possible cleanup day? Or a possible location for cleanup days?
Bill's property.
That would be a no. I get enough
Hey,
trash,
Jim, do you know any
I get
place
enough
for-
trash dumped there.
Know any place
On the
for
road
cleanup
every day.
days or?
The date is,
Whatever we wanna,
Usually it's the last
mean-
weekend in April or near about last.
you could do it at the sports park in the overflow parking. However, if it's right during baseball,
no way.
there's no way.
It's when Little League starts, like right after spring break.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so I think it would be, cause we talked about this, I think, last year.
Yeah,
What if we moved it to the end of March or the first week of April? Is that
That-
too late?
Well, that area's not,
you gotta get,
It's a little money.
you gotta get into July.
not even then. Now, this would be the time of year to do it, nothing's going on now. Snow.
It would be.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't right now, but I mean,
So
for
we
next
need to-
year,
We
maybe,
need to move it to a fall cleanup?
End of October?
yeah. Cause the
Everything
park
is-
is closed everything usually stops about October 15th.
Yep.
So the place is usually closed on October 30th, it's actually closed, so you could do it right in that span.
I don't know where else we would do it.
Maybe a fall cleanup,
Mhm.
that'd be kinda interesting. Anything else the board had for other information?
Yes, I think Marcy put in your packet, we've we did, we had our year end, I call it our year end, so not our year end, but kinda where the sports park ended up, kind of where we're sitting with funds. And compared from last year to this year. And from what we took in, you took $36,000 in concession sales for the summer. You had some $1,500 in use fees, however, that actually is gonna go up a little bit because I think there's a bill going out to Algoma for $1,500 for their Little League for use. They rented the fields for a bit. We had some donations, $5,500 early in the spring. And so total revenues were $45,308. Our expenses were $49,849. Now, we just wrote some more checks today for about $1,700, so that'll go up. But I felt they really ran the park very on a shoestring budget, I would call it, but very efficiently. I mean, we had people that donated their time. Dave Aarons donates his time for mowing. We've had a gentleman that takes care of all the fields, is out there every day, that takes care of the garbage cans and does a wonderful job out there. And then Bill DeHaan, without him on our board, is the grill master, we call him, because he would get everything going for the concessions. You know, I don't know where we'd be without Bill. and plus some other volunteers here and there, but, in the future and down the road, they had a hard time getting volunteers for concessions. They're looking at, a lot of the teams don't wanna, they were asked to get parents to donate their time to spend time in concessions, and it was a struggle for them to get parents to step up, cause they wanna watch their children or for whatever reason. So we are gonna be looking at, one, we're gonna be raising our prices a little bit, cause we found out we're a little bit on the lower side than what most sports parks are around the area. But two, we're looking at maybe a cost per child, to cover the cost of hiring somebody to run the concessions or manning it. So that might be something coming down the line. Now, this number, what we have left, we have $89,000 in our account. I think last year, the township put $25,000 in on top of this number. We don't know where that's gonna be in the spring. So, and there is a number that is not in this, that we prepaid all our fertilizer expenses last year in the fall. So we'll probably be doing that here before the end of December, and but I kinda wanna give it a synopsis of how the park ran. So, is there any questions?
I don't see the township's, or contribution on here.
Yeah, because that was done before March 31st.
We do it right at the very end of March.
Oh, for it was, alright, wrong year.
Mhm.
So if the township put in money this year,
We did in this year's budget.
this year, we put it in, but our budget is March 31st. So we received the money before March 31st last year. So that's why it
This
doesn't
year
show
you
up.
probably would receive it again.
Right before March 31st.
Right, so that,
I got it.
that's why I'm getting
Okay,
this number. If we put in money in, is instead of say 85,000, it'll go up to 210. So, or 110.
110.
So,
Is 36,000 typical for your concessions?
I think last year they did 39 actually.
Oh, okay.
But they had one day there where they probably could have taken in $1,200, $1,000 that they had nobody to man it on a Sunday, and they had a big tournament there.
Yeah.
So, and the state tournament was down, it was 16 teams last year and it was 8 teams this year. So that had a little bit of impact. But we did add an air conditioner into the facility that we didn't have before, and that has helped out a lot, cooling the equipment in there, and we're not wearing out the coolers that are in there, so that was an expense that we won't have next year, but
how are they coming with the restoral? After
that's good, that actually is a real win-win. So, in case for everybody doesn't know, they dug out a part of the county drain project, Nash Drain Project, they've dug out a huge south end of our park and moved that soil up to the overflow parking, and it was great fill. I mean, you just probably couldn't get any better fill for it. And there's probably an acre, at least, that they added in there. It's given them extra capacity for them to do what they need to do and some little more flexibility. So, we met with the engineers last week, they were out there and they were thrilled that we were able to do that, and I've talked with Rob Cordis about possibly, he feels we should add maybe 4 inches of gravel next spring on top of what we got. That would be the cheapest thing. I mean, you could do something on top of that or millings on top of that if you wanted, but that'd be the cheapest thing, and I'm gonna look into what that cost is. But then we've really got a parking area that we can probably utilize. We don't have to worry about people getting stuck. So,
Have they filled up that hole they dug?
couple more weeks. They're still pumping, it's a little slower going. They're pumping the water up. It's 25% dirt, 75% water. It comes up out of that pond, drops in and goes into a big culvert and
Water goes back in the
goes
pond.
back down, and they reuse that water to move that silt out of that pond. So, but
That sounds good, Rob. Anything else the board has under other information? Is there any public comment this evening? Well, hearing nothing, I guess we'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Moved by Barb to adjourn, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Marcy, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, signify by saying nay. Passed unanimously.